The Bush administration has said that Iranian special forces are believed to be supplying weapons to insurgents targeting and killing our soldiers in Iraq. Today, they're backing it up with some pretty big news. U.S. officials have confirmed what has already been rumored in the news circles for a while. One of the Iranian operatives they caught last December was a brigadier general. This is the #3 ranking officer in the Iranian Al-Quds force. I'll define that here for you in a second. Let me repeat this. The United States has arrested an Iranian special force brigadier general inside Iraq. Bold move, to say the least. President Bush blames the Al-Quds, the paramilitary arm of Iran's Revolutionary Guards, for meddling in security situations in Iraq. Seems like he may be taking the gloves off now and backing up tough talk with action, but what action is it and how bad does it get from here? Joining me now is retired General David Grange. He's a military analyst, and Alireza Jafarzadeh. He is the author of Iran Threat, President Ahmadinejad, and the Coming Nuclear Crisis. General, let me start with you. If this isn't an act of war, what is an act of war?
Well, it's obvious that the Special Forces general from the Quds Force is not there to coordinate, I think, any kind of domestic policy or provisional reconstruction teamwork. He's there to advise on training, to move weaponry and munitions to be used against Americans or other threats that they identify.
You know, I don't see a happy ending on going into Iran or fighting a war with Iran. How should we react to this?
Well, I believe that what's happening right now, and in fact it's been going on for some time, it's increased offensive operations to identify and target, to capture, or actually eliminate, if necessary, any illegal influence by Iran on the movement of Iraq to become finish its free democratic governance type mission. And they maybe not directly kill Americans, but they provide a means to help kill Americans, both actually with any sect. It could be Shia or it could be Sunni. Many disagree with that, but again, they're providing these type of munitions and weapons against Americans.
Alireza, what exactly is the Quds force? These are the nasty ones, aren't they?
Glen, the Quds force is the most elite and the deadliest, nastiest force of the Islamic Revolutionary Guards, known as the Rev Guards. They were formed in the early 90s. They do nothing but terrorism. They're heavily involved in Iraq. In fact, everything the Iranian regime does in Iraq goes through the Quds force. And they've been heavily involved in Lebanon. They've been heavily involved in a number of major terrorist attacks, including the Hobart Tower bombing in Saudi Arabia and the Jewish Community Center bombing in Argentina. Right now, the Quds force operatives are heavily involved all over the country, sending weapons, explosives, money, training. And the headquarters of the Quds force in Tehran also has a logistical base in Ahvaz near the border that monitors every activity, and they're on a constant day-to-day communication with their network inside Iraq that, by the way, operates under different covers. You know, they cover under benign-looking front organizations in Najaf, in Karbala, down south in Kut, in Al-Amara and Basra, and they are the deadliest force, and they need to be confronted.
Okay. You guys both are talking about these guys, that they're involved in all kinds of things, and Iraq needs to be left to do, the things they need to do to be a strong country. Let me tell you something. There was a story in the New York Times that I read this weekend that puzzled me, and it was a story about how our guards caught somebody. He is the son of a top Shiite political leader in Iraq. This man's son was crossing back into Iraq when U.S. guards caught him, and it caused all kinds of just a political nightmare over the weekend for the guys. This is why it makes sense that this Iranian general is announced. We caught him in December. The reason why I think we captured this son and didn't let him go is because we caught the general in that Shiite leader's house in Iraq, the father's house. He was spending time with this general. I have a feeling we're going to find that there are members of this parliament in Iraq that are in cahoots with Iran. Am I wrong? Is this nuts?
Well, absolutely, you're correct, Glenn. In fact, I'm getting a lot of information from my sources inside Iran, sources associated with the main Iranian opposition that reveal all the major nuclear sites of Iran, you know, the NCRI. They suggest that right now there are at least 32,000 Iranian agents. I'm talking about Iraqis on the payroll of Tehran. Some of them actually sit on the Iranian parliament, and they are members of the security forces. They are members of the interior ministry, on the various ministries in the country. They're really running the whole operation. That needs to be stopped.
I'm almost out of time. General, one more thought from you. What is the thing that you look for, and what keeps you up at night and you say, oh, geez, I just hope this doesn't happen? Is there anything?
Well, yeah, of course. But one thing here on the Iraq piece. Right now, American soldiers are dying because of this influence. If you look at the three things that would keep you up about this region of the world, all three of them are produced by Iran. One, Iran becomes a nuclear weaponry type power. Number two, their support of terrorism around the world, especially with the Hamas, the Hezbollah, and others. And really, right now, the close target, the thing that's affecting us right now is their influence in killing Americans and keeping Iraq from transitioning to the way we're trying to get it to go to be successful.
Okay. General Alireza, thank you very much. Quick programming note, there is a report that has come out today that New York City police are